Hey guys, so do you have people in your life that it feels like you never know where you stand with them? They're never transparent. The communication is always lacking. You feel constantly pushed and pulled around because their actions never match their words. And you want to get out of this horrific feeling that you feel because of this push pull. That's exactly what I'm going to be talking about today. I'm going to give you some actual tools that you can get out of this horrible dynamic, which creates a trauma bond. So, this push pull happens with toxic and narcissistic people because they want to maintain control. So, you may be able to step back and look at these relationships and see some commonalities like actions never matching words, like they say whatever they think you and know what you want to get you to be happy with them, and then they completely pull away emotionally and or physically, and so you're stuck in the cycle of chasing them and running after them, and then you get tired of it, you distance yourself, and they start chasing you again. That's what this push pull is, and what it does on your body is horrible. You feel these extreme highs and extreme lows. So the first tip is just to notice the relationships that are feeling bad and notice if these people are trying to control you by controlling the communication. And the second step is going to be starting to communicate on your terms. So if you have toxic people in your life, you can decide, okay, you know what? I'm going to respond to this text or this phone call when I'm not busy. I'm not going to jump on the phone call like I have before because they really never give me a second of their time. And oh my God, they finally did. So I have to hurry up and call them back. No, you maintain your power by deciding when to text or call them back. You can get control by getting that emotional and or physical distance that you need to start clearing your head and noticing what's really been happening and probably been happening for a long time. If a relationship is toxic, it just feels bad more often than not. And if you're looking at certain times you feel good around this person, every seventh day you feel good around this person, that's called intermittent reinforcement, which is addictive. And so these hot and cold and these push pull dynamics are very addictive and they're toxic on your body. And do you want to be addicted to someone who keeps hurting you? So if you're feeling bad in a relationship, notice you're feeling bad and then take a step back and see why. Are you filled with a sense of dread and anxiety because you never know where you stand with this person? They're very elusive and very hard to kind of nail down. See, these are the type of people that's going to come in your life, cause a lot of damage, break your heart, and it could take you years to get over this type of person. So when you can see the signs at the beginning, you can keep yourself out of those type of situations. And if you're in the situation, you can start using these tools to pull yourself out of this dynamic so you do not and you choose not to participate in it. Just to stop wanting and needing anything from this toxic and narcissistic person. Because when you want to need something from them, they use that. They dangle this golden carrot in front of your nose and you're hopping around to try to get this thing that you want that they're never going to give you. And if they do, they just give you crumbs. When you do contact this person, you do it on your terms. So they may call or text you back and you decide when you're going to talk to them. The next tool I have for you is to stop trying to get your needs met through this toxic person. Start to own how it's actually making you feel and realizing, okay, this person is really giving me nothing but pain. Why do I keep coming back? We have to wake up and stop believing the words because the words are what's pulling the wool over your eyes. When you can feel the pain, oh, this hurts. I'm realizing now just really what this relationship is doing to me, then I can make a decision of how I'm going to conduct myself from here on out. The next tool is to stop believing anything they say. Like they'll literally tell you whatever you want to hear and you need to mentally dispute it in your mind because these words have worked for them for so long to continue to manipulate you and pull the words over your wool over your eyes. And then if you don't purposely dispute what they're saying, at least in your mind, then you can fall into the trap of continuing to believe them because they know exactly what to say to get what they want from you. Next tool is to really start owning what it is you want out of relationships and make a decision that you're not going to just accept breadcrumbs anymore. And knowing that you are deserving of more than just simply crumbs and words that are bullshit. Because every time they say whatever it is you want to hear, and that keeps you coming back and that continues to keep you chasing them. You see, it's the words. The magic of what they're doing is in the words. Because if you look and you'll see that the actions aren't matching the words. And if you notice in your life that you keep giving and giving to others, and you get caught in these relationships where you're giving and they're taking, you're giving and they're taking, and you never get what you want, and you may feel this compulsive need to give, fix, please, or help, check out my series on codependence that I just finished. I actually go over real examples to help you start to get out of these codependent patterns and start to own who you are and be yourself. Be the real you, not this giver or pleaser or helper that, not this role that you've fallen into that you don't know how to get out of.